Good morning, everyone. Hope all is well. I know it's been a really long time, and I have to say I'm glad to be back. Right now, I'm in a state park in my home state of Georgia. Um, I'm not going to disclose the location because I was talking to a few photographers last night, and they kind of hold this place to be sacred in the sense that I guess they just don't want anyone to know where it is, for the sake of conservation. Because for those of you who don't know, cypress swamps are relatively rare nowadays. And what we have here is a pretty intact ecosystem, so we don't want to spoil that. It is in Georgia, so if you really do want to come here, just do the research. I'm sorry, that's all I can say. But yeah, other than that, I'm here. I'm just going to take some long exposures because there's a lot of needles floating in the water, and all the cypress trees are at peak fall foliage. So the plan for today is basically just to take a lot of long exposures, see what I can get, because there's no mist. I was hoping for mist, but we didn't get any, unfortunately. So the next best thing is long exposures. Since it is overcast, I will most likely get soft, subdued light, even lighting, and yeah, we'll see what we get, guys, so stay tuned. Alright, so I've framed up my first composition, and I found this composition last night when I was kind of walking around this area. It's a beautiful composition. It has 4 cypress trees, or it has a few more than 4, but there's 4 main cypress trees, and they're kind of staggered. And I really like the reflection of the autumn needles in the water, and I like it's almost symmetrical in a way, but it's balanced. You have 2 in the foreground, or 2 cypress trees in the foreground and 2 in the background, or 2 main ones at least. And with all the needles floating around in the water, I think it'll really come together nicely. So right now it's a little bit too dark to be doing long exposures. Right now my camera's at bulb mode, so I gotta wait a little while for the light levels to come up so I can start shooting at a faster shutter speed. Oh, there's actually a squirrel in the tree, all the way over the water. Anyways, yeah, it's a little bit too dark right now, so I think I'm gonna wait. But yeah, it's really beautiful out here, and I'm all by myself, so can't complain. Okay, so it's just bright enough to where I can take my first exposure, and I have to say I'm quite pleased. So let me show you guys real quick. So this is what I'm looking at the back of my LCD. As you can see, you got the 2 front main cypress right here, and then you got the 2 back ones. And you got these little needles in the water, and they're very slowly moving from this side to this side. And it creates a really nice blur effect. It's like streaks of color, and I really love it. So if I show you this last image I just took, you can see what I'm talking about if I kind of magnify it. It's a little bit shaky. I'm on a dock right now, so whatever movement I make is really amplified with these long exposures. But yeah, you can see all the needles moving from left to right, and it really makes a cool, it gives really the image an ethereal look. It really flattens out the water. And yeah, I really love this, guys. This is like paradise for me. So yeah, stay tuned. I might be looking for some new compositions in the future. Actually, I will be. I actually found another composition right over there. I'll probably be shooting that next, right after I get the shot. Right now I'm doing a focus stack, so I want to get the 2 front trees, or the first row of trees in focus, and then I want to get the back row of trees in focus, and then the background in focus. I have these 2 cypress kind of framed off to the left and the right, but they're barely creeping into the frame. I'm not going to focus stack for those. I'll probably just end up cropping those out. But yeah, the light's changing. Settings will be changing gradually as the light level increases. And hopefully this rain holds off for a little bit, because I want to get as much shooting done as I possibly can. This place is beautiful. So I'll check in right back with you guys. I'll be right back, and I'll show you what I got next. Show you my next composition. And yeah, guys, here's the image. Enjoy. So this image is actually different than the one I just showed you guys on the back of my LCD. What I actually ended up going with was an image I took later on in the day when the light was a little bit brighter. Like I previously stated, I was standing on a floating dock, so any wind or any movement I made was really amplified in the pictures, and they just weren't usable. I was trying to focus stack at the time, and I just couldn't get the shutter speed slow enough to mitigate all that movement. So this is the image I decided to go with. It was easy to focus stack. Most of the images, or all of these images, were pretty sharp. And yeah, here it is, guys. I hope you enjoy. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that shot. Now, I'm going to get off this dock before I have an aneurysm, because I had to take that shot probably about 50 times before I got it sharp, completely sharp. I needed to take at least 3 focus stacked shots, and that took forever. So now that that's done, let's go to the next composition. I'm going to move up to the non-floating part of the dock, and yeah, I'll show you this composition in just 1 second. Let me just get it framed up real quick. Okay, so now that I'm on a platform that is not moving, I can crank up my shutter speed, or crank down to a longer exposure, and I can really get the movement in all those needles. This area, in that area, or in the area that I framed up, there's a bunch of these fallen needles, and they are moving and swirling around the stumps of these cypress trees, and they're gonna look amazing when they come out. So yeah, I put this main cypress in the foreground, and then as you can see, it's like a leading line, so it gets big, middle, or medium, and smaller, and it kind of leads the eye off into the distance. And you have this beautiful fall foliage, and then of course you have the interest in the water with these moving cypress needles. So here's the final image, guys. Enjoy. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that shot. Really beautiful stuff out here. So right now I've kind of switched over to intimate composition mode. So really what I'm trying to do is zoom in on these needles in the water and try to make an abstract of them moving. So I'm waiting for a really good gust of wind right now. Let me show you what I got. Actually, I don't really have anything at the moment. I'm just kind of looking around, but I have ideas. So let me get that framed up real quick and I'll show you guys. So this is what I've got framed up. Right now I'm just looking for intimate details in the scene. I'm just trying to pick out little small things in the scene. And yeah, as you can see, it is absolutely gorgeous out here, guys. And actually, I think the clouds are starting to break. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's a hint of blue up there, so I'm hoping the fog lifts and we get some nice lighting on these cypress needles, and we can really get that glow in the water. If that happens, oh boy, I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed because it looks like the sun's coming out. So let's just hope, guys. All right, so that last composition I just showed you guys, it never really materialized. There's too much crap going on in the back of the frame. It was really messy, and I didn't like how distracting it was. So I've kind of shifted my focus over to a different tree. And the background's a lot cleaner on this one, and the photos out of this look really good. So, let me show you what I'm looking at the back of the LCD the minute this thing finishes processing the image. So as you can see, come on, focus. This thing's locking onto the background. That's what I got, and it just switched to viewfinder. So I'm gonna wait till I get a good gust of wind, then I'm gonna pull the shutter, because it looks best when the leaves or the needles are moving really fast and you get these long streaks. So yeah, here's the image, guys. Enjoy. Alright guys, that wraps it up for today's video. If you liked it, be sure to drop a comment, drop a like, share it, subscribe. Anything helps, and I appreciate you guys watching the whole video, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and before I go, I will show you guys how I edited these images in the next video. So I'll go through all the focus stacking processes, the Lightroom color adjustments, all that basic stuff. So yeah guys, tune in next time. I will be editing these photos and I will show you how I did it. And again, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.